During subsequent diaphragm spring assembly pits meetings, discussions were still taking place as to how we could further improve people's product awareness, whilst at the same time reinforcing the need to get the job done right and right first time. The outcome of these meetings was, why not make a video? Not one of the usual Peter and Jane's step-by-step videos, but a video that people working on the section can relate to, that shows the section as it really is. Although the video must be instructive, have a sound engineering content, and emphasise the need to do the job right, it must also be put over in such a way that people's attention is held, and the message pushed home. The concept was put to management. They liked it, and gave the go-ahead for the pits team to produce a storyboard and write a script. The storyboard is completed, the script underway, and filming due to start in the near future. Here's a preview of our two main characters. On the left you have Derek. He plays the part of a model operator, a role he lives up to in reality and is known for on his section. On the right you have Duffy. He plays the part of our careless operator, the section joker, the one who is always larking about, who rarely pays attention to what he should be doing, a role in which he quite naturally falls. This film recounts the unfortunate and costly experiences Duffy encountered with his new car, and how, as a direct result of his own laxity at work, they came about, and what lessons he learnt from them. One lesson that we have certainly learned is there is a wealth of talent out there on the shop floor, just waiting for the chance to express itself. We shall make sure it is given an avenue through which to do it. Thank you.
Kid, how you doing, Rod? All right? All right, not too bad. Heard about the new car? Yeah, about 100 times. Oh, I'm sorry, I opened my mouth. Come on then, what you got? New X4 like the last one? Montego this time, brand new one. Well, how are you going to pay for that then? Couldn't even afford the last one. Oh, there you go on. I had enough of Nicky last Saturday on about that.
This one, Rod, yeah?
No, I don't know how to feel that one.
What's the colour got to do with it?
I better with you.
No, I like this one.
Yeah, this is nice, this.
Why?
Lovely car. Come on, I know. We'll go in the showroom. Have a look in the showroom.
Roger.
Okay.
Well, you've got a standard equipment on the car. You've got electrically operated mirrors, which are heated as well.
Right, yeah.
Electric front windows and an electric sunroof. All the standard equipment.
Like the radio?
Yeah, it's a security coded radio from Philips. 6-speaker system. 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then you've got the tweeters up here.
I wouldn't bother explaining anymore. You'll be taken off him in 6 months.
No trouble. I'll do
You can't pay for it.
No,
You can't.
we have no
You don't even get out your pit till the afternoon.
Look.
You don't even see daylight.
Look, listen to me. You buy an alarm, I'll do the overtime and I'll buy the
You
car.
buy your own alarm.
Do you want to have a look at some monthly payments?
Yeah,
No.
sure.
See what it comes out to.
Yeah, fine. Let's go for it.
Yeah? Alright. Right, and so you're quite happy with the price of the car.
Oh yes, no trouble.
I don't think we can afford it, Roger.
Oh, shut up.
I just want to take a
yourself.
finance proposal form off you.
That's fine, no
for the
problem.
vehicle. Just take a few details. It's Mr. Your full name is?
Duffy.
And it's...
Roger.
Roger. Right, can I just take your date of birth?
6th of 2nd,
Roger,
52.
you haven't got the money.
Your occupation is?
Production worker.
And your employers?
Automated Products, Leamington Spa.
I think you own the place where you go on.
What's it looking at a round figure of about £300 a month?
£300. Yeah, it'll be alright, yeah. No trouble.
Alright. So shall we get the car in order then?
Yeah?
Yeah. Alright. What sort of deposit are you going to leave?
Take access.
Yeah, we normally take about £250 deposit, is that alright?
Yeah, it'll be alright then.
Alright.
No trouble.
Great.
That'll be bouncing back.
If I can just ask you to sign and date that for me, please.
Right. Great. Okay.
Alright, lovely. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot.
Anyway, I've already signed for it. You've signed? Take it up Friday. You've signed for it? Yeah. God, Nicky's going to take some convincing, isn't he? I'll be alright. Take it out Saturday for a slap-up meal. No problem. What access again? Barclaycard.
I don't think this car's any good.
No, it's alright.
It's not.
Just
It's no good.
Just running the gears in. That's the only trouble with it.
I'm telling you now, it's no good. See? Did I tell you?
I thought it was alright.
No, it's not. Go back to the garage.
No, we're not going back to the garage.
Yes, we are.
No,
Take
we're
it back.
No, we're not.
Take it back.
No.
Take it.
Okay, I'll take it back just to give you peace of mind. Then we can go out for a meal tonight, okay? That's what you want. But there's nothing wrong with
The
it.
sound of this car, it won't get you nowhere.
There's nothing wrong with it at all.
There is.
There isn't.
There is.
Alright. If they say there's nothing wrong with it, the meal's on you. Okay?
Get close.
If there is something wrong with it, I'll buy the meal.
You're buying it anyway.
Am I? I've got no money.
Good afternoon, Chris Parkside, Leamington. How may I help you? Pushing you through. Good afternoon, sir. Can I help you?
Yes, we bought a car from you Friday, and my wife thinks there's some trouble with it, but I think it's all right. But do you think you could check it over for us?
Certainly, sir. If you'd like to take a seat over there, I'll get someone to have a look at it for you. Mr. Duffy?
Yes. Car right then?
Well, no, I'm afraid not. There's a little bit of a problem with it.
I don't believe it.
It'll be Monday. Sorry for any inconvenience.
Okay then, I'll see you Monday then. Monday dinner
Right
time.
then, sir. Yes, about dinner
Okay then.
time. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Good afternoon, Mr. Duffy.
Right there. Is the car all right now?
Well, there was a problem with it. The mechanic's just taken it out for a test drive. It was the clutch, unfortunately.
Clutch, yeah.
Would you like to see the faulty part?
Yes, I would really, because I work in the clutch division AP, you see, so I might be able to help.
Oh, I'll look at it for you.
Okay.
Right, that's 161 then.
Right.
It's a faulty clutch cover, sir.
Is it? Ah.
If you'd like to call back in about an hour, we'll have your car ready for you.
Yeah, okay, fine. Fair enough. Right. Here's the part-timer. Right, Eric. Ah, shut up. Where was you yesterday? Clean your new car? Don't really talk to me about my new car. What's the matter there? Right, go and have a look. What, already? Yeah. What's the matter with it? I had trouble changing gears. And you know what? When they got it back to the garage, and checked the clutch, do you know whose stamp was on it? Mine! Well, that's alright though. That's a lift problem, isn't it? Yeah. Got trouble with the lift and your clutch. Yeah. I mean, you should know that by now. I mean, you've been working here long enough, haven't you? Yeah. I should do, I suppose. Then have a look at the visual aids up there. Oh, those new charts? Yeah. No, I haven't really had a look at them yet. There's a reference there, look, telling you all about minimum lift. I mean, they're there to help you, aren't they? Yeah? I mean, if you don't look at them, what's the point in them being there? Hey? Oh, I suppose you're right. Ian Major's coming over here now. I'll call him over. Ian? Have you got a minute? Roger's got a problem with his car. He just bought a new one. And he's broke down with the clutch. He's having difficulty changing gear. I wondered if you could explain to him what went wrong with it. Is that okay?
Yes, of course, Roger. Why don't you come over to the conference room this afternoon?
Okay.
Straight after lunch, and I'll explain it to you.
Fine, I'll do that. Yep. Cheers, Ian. See you then. You alright now then? Yeah, thanks, Derek. Have a nice little sky this afternoon now. Wasting my time, anyway. Probably.
Hello, Ian. You told me to come down and see about me clutch, the trouble I'm having with it.
Okay, well, let me show you how a clutch cover operates by having a look at one of these. This is something similar to the one you've got in your car.
Righto.
Start with the bearing here. This is on the clutch release system, and it travels a fixed distance set by the vehicle.
Right.
Sits on the bearing here, on the fingers here. When the bearing strokes the clutch, the diaphragm springs acts as a lever, pivots around about the fulcrum ring.
Yeah.
And the pressure plate then moves and follows that close to the outside diameter of the spring. The straps here, you can see the offset in them, provides the load to lift the pressure plate. In fact, the straps play a vital role because if the clutch is mishandled and these are damaged, then that can reduce the lift of the pressure plate.
Can you explain a bit more about that?
Well, I've got a diagram here which might help.
Right.
It's a section of the clutch. The release bearing sits on here, on the diaphragm fingers, and when that's stroked, the pivoting point is here. These are the fulcrum rings, and you can see here the pressure plate where it sits near the outside diameter of the spring, and that then lifts as the bearing moves.
Right.
If we just briefly look at the driven plate, you can see the cushioning that's within the driven plate assembly. And this cushioning is vital for the smooth operation of the take-up of the clutch. And the lift of the cover assembly needs to be sufficient to just clear the driven plate in operation. If the lift was below specification, then the driven plate wouldn't properly release and it would cause drag. And you don't need me to tell you what that's like in the vehicle.
Now, I can certainly testify to that.
Hey, you went out Saturday night for a meal? Yeah. Took Nicky out, get on a good books again. Yeah. Yeah. Everything all right then, is it? Oh, not exactly. You wouldn't believe what happened.
I told you there's a funny noise in this car.
Oh, what noise?
There's a funny noise. There's a rattling
I can't
noise.
hear any bloody noise.
There is. There's a rattling
No, what
noise.
noise now with the radio? Hey? Can you? Hey? Can you hear anything? Okay. Yeah, just a chap I want to see. Oh, morning, Mr. Duffy.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Whilst
My car's broke down twice in a week now.
got a problem with the car.
Yeah, you're going on about how good a car it is.
Yeah, so can't be that good a car. With it.
I think it's a clutch, something wrong with the clutch.
Hey, what do you reckon causes this noise? What do you want?
The noise on the car. You reckon it could be release bearing?
Have a look at the visual aid, look. Vibrations, judder, it's all to do with the run out. Right?
Yeah.
Now, he managed to put it right on the other one. Why don't you go and see him again?
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. Right, I'll go and see him, Derek. Oh, Ian, I've got trouble with the car again. Took it down the garage this time. I kept on getting this noise all the time on the clutch, I think. And they said something to do with the release bearing down the garage. Can you explain a bit further on that?
Okay, well, it could well be, Roger, that the problem was finger run out, which is set on the clutch. The bearing, you see, sits on top of the fingers like this.
Right.
And if the finger run out isn't set properly, then the bearing can oscillate on the clutch in this way, particularly at high speed. And this oscillation can be passed through into the car, and you can feel it on the pedal and hear it as noise. It can also cause scuffing and skipping on the surface of the bearing, which can lead to heat build-up and loss of grease and perhaps even premature failure of the bearing.
That's why it's noisy all the time then, eh? Yeah, I didn't realise that. Now on the visual aids, what we got down by the tracks, there's something about judder. Now, I've got no idea what that is. Can you explain a bit on that?
Okay, judder is a vibration which occurs when the clutch is engaging. And normally this is smooth and progressive. But when judder occurs, it's because of a stick-slip type of action when the pressure plate is clamping onto the driven plate. If you remember the other day, we looked at the pressure plate lift with the bearing on the fingers. Now if the finger run-out's high, then this can be passed through to give an uneven pressure plate lift, and that's one of the causes of judder.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh. I didn't realise finger run-out was that important. Thanks a lot, Ian.
Okay.
Right, darling.
What do you want?
Right, I've got some good news for us. Our car fixed. I'll pick it up Friday.
Big deal.
And I thought to get back in your good books, I'll treat you to a breakdown of the coast for the weekend.
What with?
Oh, I'll sort that out. Here's the old barter card job.
Oh yeah, last of the big spenders.
Yeah, we'll do all right.
Go on then.
Okay then,
Yeah.
back in your good books now, Mum.
No.
Oh, go on.
No.
Give us a kiss.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'm in trouble again, Derek, with the missus. Why, what's up this time? Well, you know we were going away the weekend? Yeah. And I got as far as Warminster Hill. Where's that bloody smoke coming from?
Out this poxy car.
Oh, Jesus!
Come on, come on.
Oh my God!
No, you've done something. It's got bonnets, stay there, sicko.
I can't sing on a blooming smoke, you're so sad. Bloody
I
hell!
have to buy it. I'm going in the car. You better go and get some help.
I have to go back to Quicks, I think. I'll sort it out. I'll sort it out. You stay there. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind.
Excuse me, can I help you? Excuse me.
Right, there you go. Mr. Duffy, isn't it? That's bloody right. I just seen your car towed in, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it's not down again. Not the same problem. I think so, yeah. What, the clutch? I believe so, yeah. No, so what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm sorry you're having all this problem.
This is 3 times.
I know it is, I know. We thought we'd
I've bloody had enough of it, I have.
Well, look, we've got to get to the bottom of it. You know, I mean, we've got to get you on the road. I'm losing money at work through this. Do you know that? I'm sure you are. Yeah. You're going to compensate me for that? I can't compensate you for losing money at work, but I can put the car right. I've got to do that. Look, the car's obviously in here now. Can I put you into a courtesy car straight away? Take me 5 or 10 minutes to sort one out and get you on your way and make sure you don't get that car back till it's ready. I'll test it myself for 50 miles, make sure it's okay. There's obviously a problem there we're not getting to the bottom of, and I'm not making any excuses. We just haven't been able to find the problem, but we'll get it this time.
Oh, make sure it doesn't happen again.
It won't. Well, I'll show you that. Okay, I'll take that. Okay? Right. You're right just for 5 minutes? If you can sit down over there.
Was it one of yours again, was it? I don't know yet. They're giving me a rover to use while they get it fixed. I think I'll have a walk down to see him. I didn't realise that these checks were so important. Yeah, good idea.
Right then. That damn bloody car's let me down again, hasn't it? I've had enough of it, really. The problems I've had with that car's too many now. Failed when I was over Warmington Hill the weekend. I stopped for about 5 minutes on the hill. I tried to take off again. The clutch started slipping. And eventually it burnt out and I had to get towed home. So what's the problem now?
Well, it could well be, most likely cause is that the cover assembly was in fact low on clamp load. The clamp load traps the driven plate between the pressure plate and the flywheel and provides the drive that drives the car. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, when you start on a hill, you give the clutch an awful lot of work to do. And it's very likely that in your case, you were using full throttle for the first time, being on a steep hill. The clutch torque capacity...
The what?
Well, I'll put it another way. The amount of torque a clutch can transmit without slipping increases in proportion with the clamp load. So if you have a high clamp load, you've got a high torque capacity. A low clamp load, a low torque capacity. And when the specification of the clamp load is set, it is made such that it has sufficient torque capacity to transmit the maximum engine torque.
Oh, thanks, Ian. Nobody's ever explained these things before to us, so thanks a lot. Can you go into a bit more detail about it?
Yeah, sure. In fact, I've got a graph if you're interested in looking at this for a few minutes.
Yeah.
This is in fact a graph of the entire specification of the cover assembly, and this particular part of the graph is the clamp load that I've just spoken about. These marks here show the specification of the clamp load that it has to meet. And you can see here, if you look at the clamp load here, it is in fact above the required specification.
Right.
This one there.
I'm sorry.
So just
Right, can I take your date of birth?
6/9/1965.
That makes you...
Would you like to see the quarter part?
Oh yes, I think I would, yes. I do work in clutches myself at AP, so I'll be interested.
Oh, bully for you. Yeah. That's
Right then, it's me again. damn car's bloody let me down again. I've had it up.
Okay.